Imagine that you wake up in the morning and you want to manage your social media. Well, if you actually have a profile on all of these networks, it is incredibly overwhelming to figure out how to manage it all. So what happens is the average consumer gets excited. They see a new social media network, they sign up for it. Click, click, click. Yay, I'm part of it. Like Musical.ly. Musical.ly just exploded. A new app, and it lets you do like little music videos, it just exploded. They're caught into consumerism. I want to teach you to be more of an entrepreneur. You look at these new emerging apps, these new emerging social media networks, and here's what I want to teach you. You should sign up for them all, and you should run massive campaigns on all of them. The reason you don't is because it's overwhelming. Well, it doesn't have to be. There can be a system of scale. A system allows you to run and operate all of that. That's what we want to talk about, okay? So, the goal for us right now is to fix this problem. We're going to do it. Some of you have heard me talk about this. I'm going to talk more in depth about this today than I've talked about anywhere. This is a management system, not for sale or anything, nothing like this. It's free, it's education. I'm going to teach it to you right now. It's called social media steam, like a steam engine. This process I developed on trying to figure out a way to be able to scale up all my social media. So we're going to go through it, okay? S-T-E-A-M. Write it down. Get ready to take notes. I don't want to take forever on each one of these slides, so write it down. We're going to go through it. Steam. It's easy to remember, like a steam engine, okay? So let's go into it. I'll just give you guys time to write these down. And I'll say them out loud, so I'm not sitting up here quiet. The S stands for schedule. The T stands for track. The E stands for engage. The A stands for advertise. And the M stands for monetize. I challenge you, write it down, but even more importantly, this is going to be my challenge. I challenge you to, this weekend or in the next, give yourself a goal, like 3-4 days, to turn around and teach this to somebody. You will learn this far more by teaching it to somebody else than you will right now, just being in the audience. Learn this enough right now where you can go ahead and do it and teach it. Learn it, do it, teach it. Right now in your notes, write down the goal, put the little date, and say, I'm going to teach this. Maybe you're going to go live on Facebook. Maybe you're going to do a YouTube video. Maybe you're going to write a blog post. Maybe you're going to sit with a friend over coffee and say, hey, I want to show you this thing called social media steam. Teach it. I also want to encourage you to memorize this acronym. Memorize it, okay? Be able to close your eyes and say, what does the word STEAM stand for? Schedule, track, engage, advertise, monetize. Schedule, track, engage, advertise, monetize. Get it down. This right here is my 5-point system to be able to manage any social media networks for any clients, if you guys are doing clients, for your own brands, if you're setting up brand stuff, or even your own personal stuff. It can all be set up, it can all be marketed. Okay? Hopefully you have a chance to write that down. I'm going to give you some examples. These are by no means what you should do. We are all different. We all have different visions. But I'm going to give you some actual application examples of a social media steam system. We're going to give you 2 examples. We're going to focus on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to approach these social media networks with a system rather than the variable reward process everybody else is doing it with. And then we're going to take Snapchat and we're going to do a group brainstorming session. We're going to see if we can all collectively come up with ideas. And I'm going to kind of quiz you, and we're going to do it together as a team to come up with an idea of how to apply a system to Snapchat. Once you get the fundamentals of the importance of a system, how to create one, and how to set it up, you'll be able to do this for all your networks. You'll be able to write it down nice and clean. So, you guys ready? You guys want to go through it? This is just an example. Purely hypothetical, just to spark your mind. Get ready to take a lot of notes. I also don't mind if you just take pictures. And I will tell you what's coming so you can be prepared. There will be 5 chunks that I'll bring up on the screen. Once the 5th one is up, so the whole screen is full, I'll give you a minute or 2 to take pictures. I am not encouraging you to follow this exact system. I'm giving you an example of the methodology that a business owner would have by saying there's millions of variable reward consumers on Instagram doing this on their phones all day, swiping up all day. They're watching the new Instagram stories. and they're looking at pictures, and they're double tapping them to like. You might think, well, how can I make money from that? When you understand the addiction of the variable reward system, the literal addiction, that's why these companies are worth billions of dollars. And when you understand you have the ability to market in front of an audience that is just passionate, an audience that is addicted to a network, you have the ability to be able to feed a message to them and make money from it. When you get that, the whole world opens to possibility. So let's go through it. We're going to start this side and that side. Okay, let's talk about the S, schedule. This is an example, hypothetical example of an Instagram schedule. Okay? 5 to 7 posts a day. So why do I say that? First thing you have to do is you have to look at the social network and look at something what's called native, which is what is kind of this network intended to be used for? What's my range of kind of possibility here? 5 to 7 is just an arbitrary number. That could be 1 to 5. It could be 10. But remember, success leaves clues. What I would do is I would go look at some really successful Instagram accounts and Instagram stuff, and I would go look how many posts are they doing per day. What I put 5 to 7 is kind of like what you could get away with on that network. If you had a system, you could get away with 5 to 7 posts without being too spammy and also without being too light. So I kind of call that the sweet spot. But it's purely hypothetical. So for a schedule, you're like, first you want to identify with any social network, about how many times a day can I post? Now, what types of posts would be good for that network? So you start making a list. Maybe picture quotes. You start looking and going, okay, picture quotes. So this is where you might find a picture quote and share it. You might create your own with your own branding on it. It's just an example. Very, very beginner, by the way. Okay, some of you are like, hey, I'm already doing this. I already got 100,000 followers. Well, follow along. Lifestyle pictures. Video clips, stories. Instagram now has stories. These are examples. Monetization posts. Posts that you can actually post that are maybe got a call to action in them. Okay? So maybe it would be something like, in my Instagram, 5 to 7 posts in a single day could be something like a picture quote at 9 a.m. And then at 11 a.m., maybe I do a lifestyle picture. And then at 1 p.m., so every couple hours, maybe at 1 p.m. I do a few stories real quick. I get on and do a couple Instagram stories or something live. And then maybe at 3 p.m. I do a little teaser video clip, like a quick little 20-second video clip promoting this conference or promoting an affiliate offer or something like that. And then maybe a couple hours later, 3, 5, 7, I do another picture quote, lifestyle picture quote. Maybe every 2-3 hours, I have a new post going in to my followers. And that post, it follows kind of the criteria of what people are doing that's successful. Lifestyle, maybe bringing them in your lifestyle. Picture quotes, giving them something that they can share. Little videos, teasers, using the platform for what it has. Right? So each platform is different. Does Instagram let you post links to websites like on your posts on Instagram? No. It really is just pictures. It's more media. Pictures or videos. And if you put a link in the description, it's not even a hyperlink. It's not even clickable. So, you have to understand natively how is the network designed. Snapchat is very, very different than Instagram. Facebook is very, very different than Instagram. On Facebook, I can post a link to my blog. Boom, it's a link, people click on it. Can't do that on Instagram. You have to understand the native platform. So, this is an example. Now, in an actual schedule, I would go in depth. What I would do is I would do 2 more things outside of this. I would actually create like a typical day of posts. I would say, okay, 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever. I create like 5 to 7 times a day that are spread out. Post something, give it a little bit of time to get some engagement. I would spread it out, and then I would also say, who's going to do that? Because I'm sure not going to do that, because then I'm just working hard, right? Who's going to do that? Either I'm going to have an employee do it. I might not have the money to hire an employee right now. Maybe I'll have an outsourcer do it. Okay, that's cool if you can learn it. Might not have the money. Maybe I'll have software do it. Maybe I'll invest by some sort of management software. Spend one Sunday, queue up my stuff for the whole week while watching football or something. There's ways to get it done. The point is, without this, here's what's going to happen. You're going to post a picture on Instagram. And then 8 days, 10 days later, you're going to remember to post another picture on Instagram. That's what's going to happen. And then you're not going to know what to post. You're going to be on Instagram being like, oh, it's been a while since I posted. Selfie. There you go. That's it. You've fallen back into the consumer of the variable reward system. Entrepreneurs think this way. of building a brand, building a business. Consumers are just hoping for that next variable reward. Remember, you should be in the business of giving consumers that variable reward. Your picture quote should be that variable reward they're glad they saw that day. Your lifestyle picture should inspire them or motivate them. Your call to action should be exactly what they were hoping to come across with their variable reward. Again, consumer hat off, business hat on. Okay, gotta kind of keep going. Okay, so maybe you've got a schedule, you figured it out, you got it going. Now, you look at the platform and you say, what should I be tracking? Okay, now there is a quote that I love, and it says, where performance is measured, performance improves. Where performance is measured, performance improves. You want to become a master at tracking metrics, even if you're not a numbers person. Just become a master. How do you know if you're improving if you have nothing to compare it to before? Okay? That's why, let's think like the health and fitness industry. Basically a circuit training type workout came out called CrossFit. Became this big buzz all around the world, especially in the United States. And what made it such a big buzz is that it was a structured, aka scheduled type workout that also had, on top of the structure, it also had times. Everything was timed, everything was tracked. Because of that tracking, you go in and you compete against your best self. Last week I did this workout, I finished it in this time. Let's see if I can beat that. The tracking is exactly like that. So each social media network has metrics that you need to follow in order to be able to track. Okay, so these are just examples right here. Okay, for Instagram, make it your own metrics. So just think like this. I'm not trying to teach you advanced stuff yet. We're going to get there. I've got to understand that 99% of you are probably don't have 10,000 or 100,000 followers on Instagram, so you're probably looking for the basic stuff. We're going to start basic and go from there. The simple concept here is every social media network has a different set of metrics. For example, YouTube has a very different set of metrics than Instagram. Okay? But at the end of the day, you're tracking metrics. So, for each social media network, learn which metrics to track. That's the key. Learn which ones to track. Example, you're going to get people that like your stuff. They give little hearts on Instagram. You're going to have people that comment. I like to track that because you get to know what your audience, what feeding people like. An example is you might post a picture of an event and get barely any likes, barely any comments, and you might post a picture of a sunset and thing blows up. You start to see what your audience wants, what your audience feeds. You might do a picture quote, next thing you know, it's 30 comments. So you start to get that metric, you start to track the metrics, so you learn how to shift your business to feed the variable reward system. That's all it is. You are a testing agent. You're putting stuff out there. And then you're getting this instant feedback. This feedback loop says, this is popular, this not so much. And you start steering your machine towards this variable reward system. Okay? At a very simple level, you just learn what Instagram's words are or whatever for the network to start following. I don't even know if that's the words. I just wrote it over. Next one here, engage. Okay. If you have your business owner hat on, then you're thinking, my end goal is to make money from this process. Therefore, if people are investing time into engaging with me, I should invest time into engaging back with them and converting my social media following into profit. So, what's going to happen is people are going to comment on your posts, put messages, figure out a strategy to be able to do that. You are going to want to reach out and engage on other people's content to be able to, then they're going to come back and they're going to engage on you. It's kind of like you're serving them and they're like, oh, I'll check out your stuff. And it works, it's kind of like a trade-off. People are going to tag you. They're going to tag your name. They're going to be tagging your brand. When they do, or in hashtags, you might have a hashtag or a tag. You want to monitor those. I'll give you a good example. Right now, actually, I'm wearing Invisalign. So if you hear me stutter or anything like that, I'm actually wearing an Invisalign set right now. Believe it or not, speaking like 6 hours a day with Invisalign is an interesting obstacle to overcome. But I'm wearing this set of Invisalign. I post a little thing on Instagram that just says, hey, my Invisalign's going great, it's been a great process, whatever. Within 20 minutes, Invisalign is going to respond back to that. Oh, we're so glad your progress is going great, it's working out really great. It's just an example, because that just happened. People that have a system See, Invisalign knows they're building out their brand, and they want some awareness of this and stuff like that. So they're engaging to be able to build that awareness. You need to think like a brand. You need to think like a business. Have a plan for that. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean the owner of the patent on Invisalign, whoever developed it, is the one doing all the responding. You don't have to be the one doing this. You just have to set up a system systems are scalable. Okay? When I show you this, you can build an Instagram account to 1 million people and have it all completely passive. And that account can potentially be generating hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, passively, if you have a system and you learn how to scale. So even though it seems kind of childish to some of you, it really is effective. Okay? Have a system for that. At least recognize it's important. Okay, so let's move on. We've got schedule, track, engage, advertise. Now, every single network has a different way to advertise. What I generally mean by advertise is this. Advertise is a plan to build your following. What good is a fully automated system if you have 100 followers and you're getting an average of 2 likes on each post? You built the system really for nothing, right? So, having a large following is your way to be able to get your message out there. You've got to think big. Social media is a lot simpler to build a following. When I started building Facebook fan pages, we built up a network of 10 of them, over 100,000 fans, had over 1 million fans that we were able to just push messages to, and that's how we started selling t-shirts, Grids on Demand clothing. Okay? We built the audience. Then we were just able to push organically, sell stuff to it. We would do, on our Facebook pages, picture quotes, like pictures of whatever the thing was. I kid you not, I had fan pages on the craziest stuff, you know? But like, it was all automated. This process, I was doing back in 2013. It's the only way to do it. I mean, think about it. I have maybe like 50, 60, 70 fan pages. How could I manage all of that? All I do is I put together systems in place, got it all dialed in. You start making a little bit of money from it, you put the money back into an outsourcer to run it, kind of step back, and you're like, ooh, I just created a little passive income from a fan page or from an Instagram account. There's people in here. I probably have to like look around. There's people in here that built up big Instagram accounts and they sell shout outs, and that's like all they do from their account, and they're making 6-figure incomes off their Instagram account just selling shout outs to other Instagram accounts. It's like they recognize the trend. That's it, they recognize the trend. You know what I'm saying? That's smart. That's, to me, hey, that's smart. People want to pay you to endorse their thing and you got a big account. I mean, listen. So, what's examples how to advertise? You got to be thinking, okay, your Instagram account says 1,000 followers, you want it to be 100,000 followers. So, what is your strategy to get there? Now, if you have money, then you can go buy Instagram shout-outs. I can go to somebody's profile that's got a lot of fans, whatever, and try to make a deal. Okay, listen, I know you got a lot of fans. I'd love to like get a shout-out, whatever. Maybe I'll shout you back or something like that. Maybe I'll pay for it, $200, get a shout-out, build my following a little bit more, keep going, right? Whatever the cost is. There's a way to do that, to get in touch with people who are influencers and be able to get out there. Now, very, very basic. Some of you might already know this. But I'll bet most of you, whether you know it or not, I'll pretty much bet most of you, 99% aren't doing it. That's the difference. You may have heard it, you may know about it. I remember this quote from a long time ago from another millionaire. It's a funny quote, it's hard to memorize, but it goes like this. To know and not to do is not to know. Have you ever heard that quote? To know and not to do is not to know. Meaning, I don't care if you know it, are you doing it? Because if you're not doing it, you really don't know it. I mean, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not guaranteeing, I got to put a disclaimer, I'm not guaranteeing or implying you set up an Instagram account, plug, and you make it $100,000. I'm just saying there are examples of people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars right now off of literally just building up Instagram accounts, automating some picture quotes on there, engaging in with people, coming over here, doing shout outs, and then just selling shout outs and making money. There's people doing it. That's all you need to know. Success leaves clues, model after them, apply your own system and do it. Okay? But if you don't do it, you really don't know it. So that's the key I'm going to teach you. So anyways, there's ways to be able to advertise and build your account. This is not the holy grail of like exactly how to build the account. This is the foundation of teaching you the importance of coming up with some sort of system of scale for all your operations. And the last one there, M, is for monetize. I'll leave this up for a minute if you wanted to take a picture of it or something like that. The M is for monetize. Each social network is different how you monetize. Every single one is different. Example, I put over there on Instagram, link in bio. What that means is that Instagram gives you the opportunity to put a link in your bio. Well, maybe not a lot of people visit your bio, but you kind of drive people back there. Well, you make a little quote or whatever, post whatever it is, and you tell people, hey, this is going on, click the link in my bio for more information. They're one click to your profile, one click to your link, and they're there. So Instagram makes it possible to be able to do that, but that should not be your only monetization strategy, because it's kind of hard. I'm on the variable reward system. I don't want to click off somewhere else. I'm on variable reward. You got to kind of get smart. Get into that native platform. Okay? Call to action in your post text. So when you're posting stuff, maybe you put a little call to action and you experiment. I have people all the time come and say, Chris, I tried that and I didn't get any sales. Okay, that's awesome. You got data. Everything is about collecting data. I now know how this headline works versus this headline. I now know how this offer works versus this offer. When I was selling t-shirts, I did 20 of them, one of them worked. Do you think I didn't care what the 19 that didn't? That was all data. I learned what didn't work, I didn't do that again, I focused on what worked, quickly built up, and me and my crew became the top sellers on a platform called Teespring, collectively did millions of dollars, all in a year. Starting from scratch, never done it before. Okay? How do we do that? By trial and error. So when something doesn't work, it always works, because you're collecting data. You're buying data, essentially. So, you got to have a plan to monetize. Maybe on the bottom, I put like sell shout-outs as an example. Monetize. You can build a big Instagram following and then bring that over maybe to Snapchat, or bring that over to Facebook Live, or bring that over to YouTube. You know, maybe to create some stuff going viral. Maybe it's got links in there, stuff like that. It's just creative. You get creative. Not the definitive solution for everybody. What this is essentially teaching you the importance of a system per social media network, the importance of writing out your plan for that social media network, and then putting in some sort of way to execute this. Now, if this was my plan, this would require probably at least one outsourcer. I think this can all be accomplished with one person until my account blew up. But I would probably need to be like the master behind coming up with the idea. I would probably be able to hire an outsourcer, but I would need to come up with like what types of pictures are good, kind of train them, get them going, what types of monetization works. I would need to kind of be the conductor, you know, of that, and then I could train somebody to do it. So probably could be done with one outsourcer. I'm guessing at the minimum, if I didn't want to do it, a system like this that you're looking at can probably be done for like $200 a month maybe on outsourcing. To be able to run something like this, I could probably do it for $200 a month on Upwork, on a site called Upwork. So I could probably start there. I personally would rather not, if it's something important like a brand, I'd rather invest a little bit more money. But again, some of you might not have the money. If you have the money, you're blessed because you're in a position to make this happen a lot faster. You could be buying a bunch of shout-outs, building your stuff. You could be placing some ads, building your stuff. You could actually have a couple actual real employees managing your entire brand, and you can scale very, very quickly. Okay? Economies of scale work like this. Without this system, a year from now, you're just going to be coming to another conference, hearing about somebody that blew it up, and you'll be like, gosh, what is the difference between them and myself? Well, success leaves clues. The difference is almost always that successful people put on a business owner hat, not a consumer hat. Does this make sense? To anybody, is this even helpful at all? Because if not, I can just like do something different. Okay. We can always turn this off and I can just like break dance and freestyle rap. Okay, let's go. Let's give another example. That was just an example, hypothetical. Some of you are like, really? Well, actually, social media or breakdance. That reminds me of breakdance. Facebook, Steam. Every single social media network can have a potential thing. Now I'm going to breeze through this one since I've already done kind of the concept explaining. So I'm going to go through this one a little bit faster, and I'll leave up the full thing, don't take pictures. Okay? So it's just an example. These are merely hypothetical examples. Again, everything's different. So Facebook, I might come up with a different schedule. Maybe 1 to 4 posts per day. Now I'm going to maybe incorporate something more like Facebook live streams. I just did a live stream an hour ago. I had a couple thousand viewers on it, stuff like that. So actually, am I on live right now? Okay, I'm on live right now. However many people end up watching it. So there's ways to be able to create content. So when you're on a site like Facebook, what you're doing is you're looking for what kind of content is like allowed on that network, what kind is effective on that network, what works well. Like an example would be Instagram versus Pinterest, right? Perfect example. Instagram's a lot more going to go with square images, right? Square photos, like 300 by 300, whatever it is. Pinterest is going to be a lot more of these vertical style photos, okay? So just an example. Both are very popular with photos in two completely different ways. Pinterest will also allow you to click through photos and go to links on websites. Instagram will not. Pinterest will also allow you to embed YouTube videos. Instagram will not, okay? So Facebook will allow you to embed YouTube videos, but it's not as effective as uploading to Facebook's native platform. They'll allow you to upload themselves. There's different things. You've got to take a little bit of time and say, okay, what are some of the resources available to me to schedule out content on Facebook? For example, one of my favorites is Facebook videos. Facebook videos are highly effective. If you create a fan page and you upload a video this afternoon, I'll teach you how to be able to purchase targeted views to whatever video you promote for about 1 penny each. Is anybody interested in learning how to buy very targeted views for a penny each? Now, I'm not just going to show you that. I'm also going to show you how to buy targeted views for 1/10 of a penny each. I'm also going to show you how to get targeted views in the hundreds of thousands targeted for free on Facebook. Videos are one of my favorite tools. But understand, for Facebook, videos work different than almost any other social network. You have to understand the difference. For example, on YouTube, videos are very searchable. When you go to YouTube, you can search videos. So keywords in the title are relevant, keywords in the description, all kind of stuff. On Facebook, currently, not many people are searching for videos on Facebook. Facebook videos are shown through the variable reward system. Okay? It's very opposite. Google is a search engine. You go to Google and you search for what you are looking for. You go to YouTube and you search for what you are looking for. Only then does the variable reward system kick in. You're watching a YouTube video, it's done. YouTube presents some suggested videos that you are not looking for. Then the variable reward system kicks in. Oh, gosh, this looks good. This looks amazing. And YouTube understands the consumer dynamic, where that's how people get a lot of traffic. That's really where it comes from. It's not from the main video people are searching for, it's these secondary videos. That's how these videos blow up. These videos that go super viral, they're often shown as a related video, not the main search. More people are going to find your video after watching another one than for searching a term and finding it. Okay? That is the variable reward system. So you've just got to, the basic thing is understand the difference of each social media network, write up a plan. Okay? So real quick, video clips, you can do link posts. You can actually do monetization posts directly on Facebook. I do it all the time. Click here, buy this. Click here, join this. Click here, jump on this webinar. Opt in for something free. You can do that directly on Facebook all day long. Okay, the schedule. Track. Again, Facebook's got different metrics. Very similar, but also very different. Every network's a little bit different. So on Facebook, for example, I'm very big on tracking video views. Okay, if you want to go in depth, what I'll do is I'll put something like video views, and then I'll go very, very in depth. When I have a video post, I will track how many 3-second views there are, how many 10-second views there are. I will track when the user drops off, and I will track how many people clicked on the link that watched the video. So if I get 100,000 views on a video, and I have a link in the description, I want to know, every 100,000 views, how many clicks to this link do I get? To me, that is a metric that is... Why is this even important? Because you've got to have data in order to scale. Right? You're not just going to sit there and drop $50,000 on an advertising campaign without knowing if it's going to work. Nobody's going to do that. That doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But you probably would be willing to spend $100, less risk, and see what the data's like. $100. How many clicks did I get? 100? Oh, so I'm paying $1 per click.
How many of you guys are getting
so
value?
then maybe if I put $1,000 in, I could get 1,000 clicks. Okay, if I get 1,000 clicks, how many people bought whatever it was I'm selling? Oh, I just made $2,000. So therefore, I can spend 1,000 and make 2,000. Bam. You found the Holy Grail and you scale. Without data, you can't find the Holy Grail. You don't even know that you have it. You have to start measuring data. If you are not a numbers person, because I'm not really a numbers person, everything I'm showing you is just stuff I outsource or that I plan on outsourcing. I do this stuff just so I have a system, and then I get other people to do it for me. Okay, so that's stuff you track. Engage. You know, it's different every network. Facebook, you're going to get people messaging you on your fan page and your personal account. You're going to engage on other people's posts. You've got to figure out a way to be able to respond to people. Now, you might be great at it right now, but keep in mind, you might be great at it as a consumer. It is going to get freaking out of hand as a business owner. Okay? The other day, I boosted a video for $200, and it got something like 7,000 comments. How can you respond to 7,000 comments? You can't. So you have to have some sort of system, but here. There was people in the comments that were asking buying questions. Why did I spend money if I don't want buyers? Right? We want buyers. So how can I go through 7,000 comments and find people that are asking buying questions? Simple. Having a plan that somebody's monitoring the comments and somebody's going to be replying to them and converting them into sales. You have a plan for it. Maybe it starts off you until you get a few bucks rolling in. Maybe you have an outsourcer. Maybe you have a friend. Maybe you have a partner. And you say, you know what? Here's my role. My role is I set up the system. I build all of this. I create this. You engage with everybody. You're that engagement partner. Maybe you help with some advertising. We split the money. Okay? You have to figure out a way that works. So examples for engagement. And I put hashtag in searches because if you're in a specific niche, you should be finding content in your niche and engaging with it. If you're in the real estate niche, I'm telling you right now, I helped the real estate agent do this. I gave the real estate agent like a dozen different hashtags or a dozen different searches that they could use. Actually, gosh, if we have time, I'm going to do this. That is such a powerful thing. If we have time, maybe somebody could remind me at the end of my Facebook ads talk. On the condition that we still have time, I'll show you some search mechanisms inside of Facebook that barely anybody knows. You can use the search box in Facebook and find highly targeted prospects for any market that you want. It's such a good thing. I wasn't even thinking about it until now. I'm going to try to fit that in. Literally, like, this crazy conversation. I just was talking to somebody a couple days ago. There's a guy who just moved into town, or just moved into Vegas, whatever, and I was showing him, he's single. So I was like, oh, did you know within like 2 minutes, you can pull up every single female living in your area that has an interest in entrepreneurship and books and all stuff related to you, pull up a whole entire list right there and be able to have a plan to be able to message them in 2 minutes. Like these dating sites like Match.com and Cupid and what's the farm one, the country one? The country one, man, that's where, I heard that's where that one's hot. Farmers only. I'm newly single, so I gotta get on this farmers only. So, I'm gonna wear like a big country hat with like a piece of straw coming out. I think I got it. I can dial it down. But why do all that when you can literally be like literally I can put like any age range that I'm looking for, anybody who's single, anybody who has certain interests in the same music or the same books or the same people, or you can tap into a gold mine and be like, that dude right there knows all the hottest, whatever. Oh, you can do friends of that person that are single, that are this age range, that like country music, that like whatever. It's instant. Now, that's a kind of a fun way to explain it, but it works for anything. You can find anybody who's involved in network marketing that lives within 25 miles of you. You can find anybody who's involved in whatever industry you are. Literally, look, the point is the data is out there. When you learn what to do with it, you can get whatever you need to tap into this variable reward system. That's the concept. So there's all these kind of things. Let's go to the next one. Advertise. So on Facebook, again, what does advertise mean? Advertise does not mean you spend money. Advertising can just be something to promote your profile, build your following. The goal is to build a following. So if I'm building a fan page on Facebook, I'm going to run some ads called page like ads, where I build up my likes. My target like that I get, in fact, I might teach this for a minute. This is very valuable. I have a target price per like that I pay. It's 1 cent. I call them penny likes. I'm looking for targeted followers at 1 penny per like with Facebook ads. With 1 penny, it's scalable. Because I can go spend $1,000 without worrying too much of, oh, well, I heard Facebook, they killed the organic reach, and they don't show your message to your fans. Well, it's like, look, if I'm getting fans for a penny, I'm not going to be too overly concerned with that. And maybe you're like, well, thousands a lot. Well, spend $20. You're still going to get some data. Page like ads, in order to get page likes, cheat the brand about you. Because why should they like the page if they don't know who you are? Okay? Make the brand about something generic that they already like. So an example, let's say that I'm Chris Record, a country music singer who's an aspiring singer, and I play guitar out at the local park, and I got a few fans, and I got a fan page that has 500 fans. Okay, I'm this country music singer at the park. Well, nobody knows that. It's Chris Record, Productions or whatever. Nobody knows that. So if I ran an ad, hey, like my fan page, Chris Record Productions. Why should they like it? They don't know if they like it. My music might suck. They might not be interested. Why should they like it? It doesn't make sense. That's not a proper use of the page like ads. Instead, create a page about something people already like, such as diehard country music fans. Now, I've got a page all about diehard country music fans. And every day I'm automating content all about, different country music stars. Not the Chris Record guy down the park with a guitar, but all these big country music stars posting pictures and videos and linking off their stuff and blogs. I'm doing all that. And now, if I target people who like country music, they're going to be more likely to like that page because it's like diehard country music lovers or whatever it is. They're going to be like, I'm a diehard country music lover. Heck yeah, I'm proud of that. Right? Now, or I might even do a little bit different. Women who love country music. Now I'm targeting women who love country music. Targeting women, I'm going to probably target ages like 35 to 55. Because women 35 to 55, after doing enough data, my data says women 35 to 55 are like twice as likely to engage when they see an ad than anything else. How did I find that data? I went broad and I advertised to everybody. And I look at the stats and it's like, oh, women 35 to 55 are liking everything I do. So, and not with me, my brand. Not just like, I'm not branding for like whatever it is, country music. They don't even know I am. Women 35 to 55 are just more likely to engage. So now I do my ads just for women 35 to 55, just to I love country music or whatever the thing is. And now next thing you know, you tweak a few different audiences. The audiences of this music star, audiences of this music star, audience, penny likes. Then you go, you find one that's penny likes, you just let that thing run for months and months and months. Spending $10 a day, $5 a day, whatever it is. And your page builds up. Now you have an asset, this country music fan page, which again is anything. Your real estate fan page, your network marketing fan page, or whatever, but it's on a general topic that millions of people already love it. So when they come across, hey, if you like country music, click, if you love country music, click like. When you give them a little ad like that, they're like, heck yeah, I love country music. Bam, they click like. Now they're found on your page. You're serving them all kinds of stuff they already want, country music related stuff. But now you are the owner of an asset. You are the owner of a variable reward system that can spit out cash to you anytime you want. You know what you do? Once per day, you slip in a monetization post, which is right there at the bottom. Once per day. You're doing, hey, did you hear what happened to this rumor on this country music? You go to like TMZ, oh, did you hear about this couple, whatever, they broke up, and it's all going viral and crazy. And then you slip in your little thing that says, hey, would you wear this shirt? Click yes if you would wear this shirt. This girl goes from mud and dirt to makeup and gloss in 5 seconds flat. Something like that. This girl goes from mud to makeup in 5 seconds flat. Well, something. Or maybe like you start looking at demographics. 35-year-old women who like country music, what else do they like? Maybe I did a campaign that was Women for the Second Amendment. And I just did a shirt that was Women for the Second Amendment, and I had this woman, and I had like, Second Amendment rights type thing for these women. Push that out to the country audience, tens of thousands of dollars. Just whoop, leaked it out to them. Had nothing to do with country music, but I looked at the demographic, and I thought, wow, this is middle America listens to country music, and middle America also grows up in households who are, have like hunters and rifles and stuff like that, and then believe in the rights to be able to carry guns. So merge the two together, profit. Right? And I'm not a woman or the Second Amendment or live in middle America. It's one of those things. It's like that episode from from South Park. It's like step one,
hey guys,
the step two, nobody knows what it is, and step three is profit. That's all. Step one, build a page about country music. Step two, I don't know. Step three, profit. We started making tens of thousands of dollars. We built a page like fans of The Walking Dead TV show. That TV show got super popular. Started selling like all kinds of T-shirts to them. Fans of sports teams, fans of everything. Built up this, like, the sports teams I like. I built up these Facebook groups about all these sports teams. You build up these groups in the tens of thousands, and then you can sell them to other people. People are paying me money to buy the asset. Instagram accounts. There's people that build up Instagram accounts and sell them. Literally. Just saying, there's money to be made everywhere. So things you can do to advertise, you can boost your posts, you can create viral videos, show you that later. Actually, the advertising I'll show you later. You can cross-promote your other pages. So now, I might have a page called Women for the Second Amendment. I might have another page called Women Who Love Country Music. And now I might have another page that goes, survivalist women. Something like that. 3 pages that all target women in 3 loosely related things, and then I'll cross-promote. On the country music page, I'll go, hey, our friends over at, Survivalist Women of the USA, they check out what they have to say. Go over there and like their page if you really love their message. And now you're just feeding your markets back and forth. You build up 3 fan pages into the hundreds of thousands, and then you come up with one monetization thing they all love. Where do you find these things? It's easier than you think. My go-to for monetization is 3 things. Print-on-demand clothing, like Shopify products from AliExpress, and then I also do affiliate marketing, affiliate products. Products that will pay me, digital products that will pay me 50% commissions or so. That's my 3 things. Affiliate products, Shopify e-commerce products that are using what's called dropshipping, and then also print-on-demand. All 3 of those topics we'll be discussing on Sunday. So I will walk you out with a game plan that if you did build a big social media profile, I'll show you how to make money from it. You'll walk out of here with a game plan to make money from all this stuff. Last one there, monetize. We got the slide. We did right there. Let's go drink. Websites, so examples of how to monetize website conversion ads. Don't worry about what that is. Write it down for now and just go, okay, this is an example of how to write a system. Website conversion ads, calls to action. When you make posts, you can start monetizing by putting calls to action. An example for that is, we were building a fan page. One of my good friends, Arthur Tubman, I don't know if he's here, he might be this weekend. He actually kind of turned me on to the fan page building method. So I got to give him, I wanted to give him credit in case we're rolling recording, whatever. He kind of turned me on to it. I didn't believe this was that easy. I was very, what's weird? I come across very open-minded, but I'm actually very, very skeptical. Like, yeah, right, you're not getting penny likes. And then I tried, and I got likes for 10 cents. And I'm like, this doesn't, how are you getting for a penny? And then I tried again, 8 cents, 7 cents, 6 cents. It took me a while, about a month. And a month later, I was getting likes for a penny. I remember my first penny likes. I built a fan page called Bible Scripture Quotes. And all it was automated scripture quotes from the Bible. An outsourcer just took a whole bunch, automated them like little picture posts and stuff that was just Bible stuff. And I targeted fans of Joel Osteen, who's like a big preacher. And that's all I did. Bible scripture quotes, automated content like this, and then I targeted fans of Joel Osteen, and boom, penny likes. Oh, women 35 to 55 who like Joel Osteen, who lived in the United States. That was it. That blew up. The whole page went to how many tens of thousands like overnight just off of that one ad. And it's cheap. It's a penny each for these likes. So now you got the audience, and now it's fun. When you have an audience, it's fun to try to figure out how to monetize it. It's a fun game. Okay, so you got calls to action videos, link posts with CTA, which is a call to action, and free offers for list building. One of my favorites. If you have the ability to play the long game, I'm a big fan of the long game, not short term. Some of you right now are like, I need to pay rent this month. Okay, so you're all instant gratification. If any of you have the ability to think long, position yourself for 1 year from now, it's a lot easier to do this if you allow yourself learning curve and time to grow your profile. You don't need to get to 1 million followers tomorrow or this month. Allow yourself about a year to build it out. Play long game. Long game, free offers. What I do all the time is I'll come up with stuff that's just free and give it to that following. Come up with something, make something free for them. A free PDF, a free video, and they say, hey, opt in for a free video. And they'll enter in their email and say, hey, we'll send you the video there. Enter in your email, we'll send you the report there. Now you're building a list. If you have a list of like 100,000 women interested in country music, trust me, there is somebody out there that is an expert that can monetize that and split the money with you. If you have that asset, Say, what do I have? I have an email list of 100,000 people who are women who are interested in country music. You could go find somebody who would be glad to split profits with you 50-50 and sell stuff to that list. It is not hard to find people. So even if you're not the expert, if you have no idea how to monetize, there's plenty of people out there that would love to make money off of your list. And they'll share the money with you. So if you build it, there will be a time that you can start monetizing it. You guys got this? Can I go off of this? Okay. So we're going to do an exercise right here with Snapchat, about a 5-minute exercise, maybe 7-minute exercise. We're going to see if you've been taking good notes. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually just brainstorm for a minute. In fact, what we do, I think I'll put one more slide and then just to see what it says. I think there's one more. And then, all right, there we go. So mix it up, have a brainstorming session. Okay, you guys can kill the slides. I'm gonna do this one straight, working with the audience. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Take a minute right now, and let's take, this is 8.5, so let's take 3 minutes right now. Write down on the top of your page, write down Snapchat, and write down STEAM, S-T-E-A-M. You do not, even if you don't understand how Snapchat works, thank you for turning on lights. Even if you don't understand how Snapchat works, go through the exercise. And if you really don't want to do it with Snapchat and you do not want to participate, do it with YouTube or Pinterest or something you feel more comfortable with. Write down the social media network. I like to make 5 columns and write schedule, track, engage, advertise, monetize, leave it blank underneath each one, and spend a few minutes right now. Otherwise, you're just here listening, you're just a consumer. You have to take action. And then you have to teach it to somebody, remember? So learn, do, teach. Right now, do it. I like the idea of starting with Snapchat. It's a new network. People are just wasting time on it. Literally. Like sitting around just watching snaps all day. Now, it's cool if you're watching snaps from somebody you can learn from. Like I do follow some people. Now I got the lights on, I can see where everybody is. I haven't been able to see more than 3 rows, by the way. So, yeah, take a few minutes right now, and let's have some fun here. Start with scheduling. So, and I'll kind of brainstorm out loud with you, but I want you to kind of write up your thing, and I'm going to ask you for some ideas. So if I'm on Snapchat, we said, Facebook, maybe 5 to 7 posts a day, maybe Instagram, same, whatever, 3 to 4, whatever it all is. So with Snapchat, what is kind of the low end of posts per day? What would you say is kind of high end, overwhelming? If you had to throw out a number of snaps, if you don't know about Snapchat, just listen in. If you had to say what number of snaps just becomes overwhelming and you just get annoyed versus what is like not enough. Yeah, we know 1 is at least the bare minimum per day. What would you guys say is the sweet spot for the number of snaps per day on average? 10, 15, 10 to 20. It's all a guess, by the way. It also depends on so many variables, like are you any good at your snaps, are you entertaining, right? Oh, don't talk about that. But it also depends on who your audience is. Like, if I'm following somebody, I like business tips. If I'm following somebody who's giving incredible business tips, then it's like, hey, keep it coming. As many as you can, as many as you're willing to do, I'll sit there and watch. But if it's kind of like if they're losing me and losing my attention, it's kind of annoying. What is it, 15, 20, I heard 6, 7 to 10? 10 to 15. How old is your daughter? 17. That makes her the expert on Snapchat compared to us. What would you guys say? Anybody? Okay, so write down a number of like how many, it doesn't matter what your number is, write down a number of like, okay, if I was going to use this tool, Snapchat, right here, if I was going to use this tool, what would be my sweet spot? If you don't have a number where performance is measured, you can't measure performance, right? Where performance is measured, performance improves. You have to have some sort of metric you go by. Now, that doesn't mean you have to count how many snaps you're doing per day. But you have to have an idea so that you can make a plan. Without an idea, without a plan, you can't do it. Okay, so the next thing is, so we talked about types, or all these examples, we talked about how much content, we also talk about types of content. What types of content can you do on Snapchat traditionally? Pictures and videos? Pictures and videos primarily, right? So there's a couple types of pictures. You can like edit your pictures on here and stuff like that. So you can like edit. So pictures and videos. Now, so you have amounts of content, what type of content. Now, what's that content about? I heard somebody over here say advice. Okay, advice. Oh, what's up? It's been a while. What other kind of content? lifestyle? Like, what kind of content, if you were going to watch somebody's videos or pictures, what would you personally enjoy? Like, what would you be like, I really, or maybe there's somebody you follow, what would you enjoy? What do you like? Fitness? Booty? Is it booty? Keep going. I don't doubt there's plenty of booty on Snapchat.
Cause.
What?
Cause.
Cause-driven stuff? Cause-driven. Like I follow Russell Brunson, and he's out in another country on a mission right now, building a school for people, and he's snapping all of it. And I found myself just glued to that. So it's interesting, huh? Cooking, like recipes, stuff like that. Day in the life, seeing what somebody's life is like. I mean, this is your project, your assignment. Food, animals. Entrepreneur tips. Travel. How do we have it? Okay, so there's lots of ideas, right? Now what I want to do is challenge you to get a little bit niche specific. So if my Facebook fan page is country music, then I'm probably going to have an Instagram brand that's country music, and I'm going to have a Snapchat brand that's country music. So for the sake of you guys becoming the masters, let's say your brand, you had an audience that was people interested in country music. What are some examples of some snaps that you think would be tailored to them that they would enjoy? Concerts. Interviews. Rodeo. Guns. Boots. Beer. Rodeos. Fishing. Celebrity country stars. Okay. You guys understand now, here's the thing. Some of you might be like, I don't even like country music. I'll bet $100,000 a year you get to like. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, it's all about my dog dying and my cat dying. Go buy another one with your $100,000. It doesn't matter. You can monetize, come up with a niche, come up with a thing. One of the reasons we went to that angle is because all these offers, the main reason we kind of got into like Walking Dead, country, all kind of stuff. And again, I've got to give more Arthur, my business partner, more of the credit. The main reason we got into it was because we had this product that was selling like crazy called the Survival Knife. It was a credit card knife. Have you guys ever seen this credit card knife? It's a little knife that folds up the size of a credit card and goes inside your wallet. And what would happen is we could give this credit card knife away for free, just pay shipping and handling. For everyone we gave away for free with $4.95 shipping and handling, they were paying us like $10. Called a CPA offer. Why would they give us $10 and they're giving it away for free? Because they've acquired a customer who likes survival stuff, and that company is going to sell a whole lot more stuff. The long-term value of that customer is going to be worth a lot of money. So they're gladly going to say, hey, you get me a customer who's going to fill out this, put their credit card information, and we're going to get their shipping address, their buyer information, we're going to get all. You give us that customer for free, and we'll give you $10 for it. So we were sitting there going, we can create a page like Fans of Walking Dead, get hundreds of thousands of people, and every once in a while slip in a credit card knife offer, and boom, make hundreds of, you can make $10 a piece. You might not think that's a lot. But if you have a fan page like 250,000 fans, and you're getting thousands of engagements on every single post, tens of thousands, you can move 1,000 free knives like that. That's $10,000 in profit. It's pretty insane when you learn about this business, this industry. So, for scheduling, you know what about frequency, post type of content, niche specific, and what's available to that platform. Like Snapchat, pictures, and videos, okay? That's the starting point. Then for tracking on Snapchat, it's a lot less. For tracking on Snapchat, you're really looking at, how many views did my snap get, okay? And then how many people maybe screenshotted. If you put a call to action out there, hey, screenshot the next snap, it'll show you how many people screenshotted that snap. So now you're like, okay, first time doing it, you're like, okay, I got 5 screenshots. Okay, I have a measurable piece of data. My goal now is to get my account to the point where I get 50 screenshots on a single snap. Okay, then my goal is to 100, and then my goal is to 500. You see how you have data, and you figure a way to scale. Okay, that's all it takes. So then you figure out what to track. You want to track your amount of people that are following your account. You can tell by how many people are viewing it, the amount of send me a message if whatever. And then it starts getting blown up, and you're like, okay, this is working. This is what my audience likes. You figure it out, you get the data, and you build, you grow it. So that's scheduling, that's tracking. For engaging, engaging is going to be all about finding a few people's snaps you follow, engaging with them, responding back to comments of people, really kind of figuring out how can I engage with these people on this platform. Because if you can engage with them, you can move them to another platform or sell them something. For advertising, you got to go, hey, how can I build my Snapchat following? Well, maybe you can do like some Instagram shout-outs. You go to a person with Instagram influence and say, hey, you've got a big brand of all these people that are in my market, like country music. I've got a country music Snapchat. Here's what I do. You've got a country music audience. Hey, I'll give you $100 if you throw my little snap code up to all your followers so they can scan it. And if you can get somebody to do that for $100, $100 something, you get a whole bunch of followers overnight that are all interested in country music. Now you're growing your brand. You can advertise. There's lots of ways to advertise and promote your profile. Okay? So you got schedule, you got track, you got engage, you got advertise. Now how do you make money? How do you monetize? How you monetize with Snapchat is going to be very similar to how you monetize with Instagram. So how you monetize with Snapchat is going to be telling people, hey, screenshot this, and on the screenshot you might have a website link there. Hey, so you build it up. You go like something like this. Hey, who's into, you might say on the first Snapchat, I just attended a mastermind with a guy who just made $1 million in a month. Are you interested in hearing the recording? Screenshot the next snap. You guys probably have a recording right now. There you go, call to action. And then the next snap, you basically have like a website. Go screenshot this right now. Take a screenshot and go to this link. You can watch the recording for free. Now, that link right there sends them to a lead capture page. It says, hey, what's the best email for me to send you this recording? It's private. I can't just leak it out there. What's the best email address? I'm going to shoot you the recording right now. They enter in their email, they get the recording, they're on your list. You just move them from Snapchat to an email list. You can build your Snapchat into hundreds of thousands of people, build your email list into hundreds of thousands of people, and sell them stuff. We're talking about selling on Sunday. So, that right there is an example, and I'm just kind of showing you guys, of the STEAM system. Schedule, track, engage, advertise, monetize. For those of you that are advanced, please don't see this as simple. Just make sure you come up with your own scalable system, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another break, so we have time to use bathroom stuff, then I'm going to get into Facebook advertising. Before I do, just for feedback purposes, did anybody find this segment helpful? Is this helpful to anybody? So, based on the audience, you guys got to remember, for those of you that are advanced, don't worry, you will get nuggets of information at your level, but if you listen to the applause, most people here really just want the foundation to get going. We're going to have a blast. It's awesome to be able to see everybody. If you are at all interested in learning how to rapidly grow these profiles in the hundreds of thousands, you do not want to miss the next session. So, make sure you use the restroom. Make sure you do whatever thing out. The next session, we're going to do about a 20-minute break. Then we're going to come back, and I'm going to share my computer screen, and I'm going to place thousands of dollars in advertising right in front of you, showing you how to grow profiles, how to do things. You guys excited about that? Let's be back here in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay, thank you. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. I see there's hundreds of you on live. Hopefully you enjoyed that session. And thank you, Val, for recording that. I'm going to go ahead and end this. We're going to go from there. Peace out.